Hey guys, so I figured while I have him undressed, I will do a body review. So this is a Souldoll Vito Lester. His head on the inside says Souldoll Lester, and it's held on by magnets. That's the back of the head. And then on the inside, it's held on by an S-hook. So his head movement, he can go side to side. He can look down or up. That's up, normal, and down. His arms obviously can move all different ways, and he holds everything pretty well. The sculpting on him is beautiful. Like, all of his muscles and everything all over him are just so well defined. Just like all those little details, you know, and like in his arms, just like very tiny details that are just gorgeous, you know. You can see his bone right there, and then on his hands he's got veins. So just a lot of detail in him. So he's just absolutely gorgeously sculpted, you know, like you can see the bone here and all of the muscles. And then also like in his back, you can see all the little muscles and everything are so well defined. So he is double jointed. So he's got like this little elbow piece that makes it look a little less awkward than just like a straight flush piece. So he can hold the different parts or different places pretty well. And it's really easy to put him into the double jointedness. Like, you don't have to pop the piece out, it just kind of goes. So there's no fiddling around with it, he just goes straight into it. So, you know, he can touch his face or whatever you want him to do, touch his shoulder. His hand movements, that's down, and that's up, and then let's see, side to side. Alright, so this piece moves really well, so he can take a little bit of effort to pop it out, but when you do, he leans really far back. So that's back. And it doesn't look weird or awkward, like there's like a nice thing right there, so it just flows really nicely. It doesn't look like a weird opening or anything when you got his clothes on. So then popping him back, and he can also go part way back, not the whole way too, if you want him to. And he can also lean forward really well, but you've got this. Under clothes it's not as noticeable, but he can lean forward quite a bit if you want him to. You're just gonna have that like little lippy thing open. Once you get him forward a little bit, he does tend to go to one side to the other, which is nice because you can get him to go these places, but you're still going to have a really weird thing in the back. Under some clothes it's not going to matter. Under other clothes it will matter if you have a weird opening. So just know if you pop him forward that he has a tendency to go to one side or the other. But if you swayed him, I think he would probably stay in those positions a bit better. So back here, he's got like a butt lip, so he can't go too far back. But he can move his legs forward about this much, so 90-degree angle, they'll go up. And then if you want him to, though, it'll swivel out. So if you wanted him to like that, he could. Fine. It's not like really meant to go that way, but it will, and it'll sit fine like that. His legs are the same as his arms, so they are double jointed. So they go back quite easily, and then usually you might have to pop this one out a little bit, but it's not too bad, and he sits like that. But it goes back quite easy. It's not hard to move him at all. And finally, his feet. So you can move them forward, or they'll go up, or just normal. So nice range of movement for those. And then a little bit side to side as well. One thing I've noticed about him is that he's very easy to pose and move. As I talked about before, his joints tend to go and move quite easily into the positions you want them to. And he stands like a champ. He's pretty amazing. Like, I can get him to hold like a mini-fee, no problem. Just like in his arms or on his back. Like, he is really, really sturdy. And but he doesn't feel like clunky when you're trying to pose him. He feels fairly fluid, which is nice. But he's really good, and definitely sturdy enough to hold another doll, especially if you were to sway him or tighten his strings a bit. So yeah, I really like the Souldoll Vito. He is just an absolutely amazing doll. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later, and I definitely recommend the Souldoll Vito dolls. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.